check. Check, check. Check. Check, check. Check, check, check. Check, check. Check, check. Check, check. Check, check, check. Sound check, sound check.
Welcome back to the MPGL Southeast Asian Championship. We are in the middle of our best of 3. It is 2 games in. Execration just winning the second game after Fnatic taking the first game, the best of 3 here in the winners bracket. We are going to see who is going forward to the winners bracket finals tomorrow and who will still have to play a best of 1 elimination game today, gentlemen. Sitting here with Flava as well as Odie Pixel. Welcome back.
Well, I would want to be in a losers bracket in best of 1 for sure. I definitely
But it's so scary.
So this makes game number 3 very crucial, knowing that it's Execration versus Fnatic. As you guys know, Fnatic, this is their first experience with the new roster. So you guys have already made out like how it's gonna look like, who's gonna be having the roles and everything. And game 3, I don't know what to expect, but the conclusion after game 2 is like it's as if Execration just threw game number 1. If only they didn't draft it so bad against Fnatic, they could have actually possibly just make it a 2-0 win on this one. But then, nevertheless, we're still at game 3 right now, so hopefully all the best for both teams.
Yeah, what do you expect, Odie?
Yeah, I think we're going to see. It feels like one of those series where game 1 goes incredibly one-sided, game 2 a little bit closer, but the other way around, and then game 3 is kind of where we expect it to all meet, and it's going to be the best game of the series. I can feel it.
I really hope you're right. I really hope you're right, because I mean,
I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to say it. I didn't.
Yeah, last game was very good. Yeah, we
so
certainly had a very good game 2, that's for sure. But game 3, Fnatic, they're not a team that's and they're not players that are going to be knocked down and not come back incredibly hard. These guys, Jimmy with the boys from TNC, AU and Raven, and then obviously Mushi and Ohio. They've been in positions like this countless times, and they have proven that they can pick themselves back up and end up to take home the series. So I think there's no doubt that Fnatic are going to be able to step it up from that point that they were in the last game, where for me it was just the fact that the draft wasn't as good as obviously in game 1, where Jimmy just straight outsmarted them.
I think that's enough testing the waters, and what this is game number 3. Like this is war. This is deciding match. Who's gonna go down to lose bracket and who's gonna move forward in MPGLSeason today.
Yeah, and the drums that you are hearing are the drums of war. We have got our 3rd draft on the way. Execration, Fnatic. Who's going to take this one, and what are they going to try to do it with? We're going to find out. We're already a pick in.
Jimmy Venge.
Yeah.
Again, let's go.
Still Elder Titan banned, no Tinker banned, and we maybe save that for a second phase.
Saving a second phase.
I do like the Shadow Demon ban. We saw DJ play that in game 2 very nicely. You talk about the Arbed play, but a lot of times DJ was saving him with a good disruption. It's definitely one of those heroes that you can save with this very nice play, and straight up Execration. The classic, the SEA classic, isn't it? The Sand King Ogre Magi.
So they're having it, but instead this time about Execration's having it.
Well, so far Fnatic has been banning out Ogre Magi instead of the Shadow Demon in both games. So we'll see if Chemo is still as much of a boss on it as Fnatic expected him to be with the ban out, respect ban. Chemo has played Ogre Magi twice yesterday in both their games and was victorious with that.
So we'll be seeing him again?
Yep.
So what Fnatic do? I mean, with the Venge, do they go for this Drow lineup once again? It is a strong hero. I don't think Fnatic aren't a team that are going to be knocked down one game and go, okay, we're not doing that again. They can make it work, and they know that.
Still work. Yeah, of course it can still work, but it all comes down to, of course, you have the slaughter pickup right now. I'm not sure if they still want to pick up the draw anymore. Previously in game number 1, we had the slaughter Lifestealer Venge.
I think you've got to ban the Lifestealer.
Yeah.
Because surely Raven's going to... They're going to want to take that Lifestealer for Raven for the combo. They're going to ban Mushi's Medusa, which is also understandable, but if they let Lifestealer through and Fnatic
it's going to be the same thing.
It's going to be a very bold move from them if they do that. But I feel that Execration will be very likely to maybe ban it out. I mean, it's still potentially even for... Well, I guess it's likely that Slaughter is going to be... No, I guess it would be Slaughter on the offlane, so you could still, even if you're Fnatic, slip something cheeky through like a Dazzle Huskar and add it to this Vengeance Slaughter.
Well, you're saying Slaughter on the offlane.
Yeah.
We did see BYB on the Sand King safe lane last time, and I think Sand King versus Slaughter, Sand King is going to win that surely. So if Fnatic is planning to put that Slaughter on the
Radiant
offlane,
team ban.
they are going to have a very easy time of running an aggressive tri-lane on Execration, because that Sand King is just going to have a field day.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they get the matchup. I mean, they could, of course, avoid
it. They get the matchup, of course.
Yeah,
you can still have aggressive tri-lane versus safe lanes. So I'm not sure how they're still going to be laning it out, unless they're going to leave us Slaughter having safe lane solo.
Yeah.
I mean, they ban out.
Come on, Dire Team, pick it good.
Radiant team pick! Oh man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick a hero!
Yeah, 5 seconds left now.
We're going to have this solo lockdown, this initiation that's going to be coming in on some of your cores. As long as this Oracle's on the backline safe, they can come out with the save.
We still have a Drow Ranger and a Husker in the pool.
Yeah, true.
If they want to go for like Disruptor's there as well, though, and Disruptor is something that can work against the Oracle. We saw them obviously pick it up against like Shadow Demon. Maybe they go for that. Get that once again on AU.
Well, sniping the Oracle is going to be it though, but there's Fnatic having Timbersaw on their side. Probably a higher going to be using this. Or having a mid laner, no. Is it passing at the
Oh man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick a hero!
Yeah.
Most likely Mushi Timber, so that Ohio Slardar.
I'm sure Ohio's just going to play Slardar again. Yeah, Mushi Timber.
Well, what do you know? It's reserve time.
I mean, I guess Timber, one of those heroes that doesn't worry too much about an Ogre roaming around and running him in the mid lane. He's 9 out of 10 times going to be able to get away with a Timber Chain.
Yeah.
Only the small stun of the Fire Blast.
Even with that, he has high regeneration as well. Confirmed refraction armor.
Execration do here with his 4th pick. Let's see if they pick up their mid lane. If they do indeed think it is going to be the Mushi Timber.
This 4th pick is very crucial. Confirmed both sides. He's going to reveal the hand. Just show what kind of playstyle these guys want to play out. We still don't have
Who would have thought?
a carry coming from both sides. We still don't have possibly a possible mid lane, but still not much being revealed for the first 3 picks. This is like the usual previous kind of drafting style where you don't reveal too much of whatever you're going to be bringing to the table.
Execration is definitely taking their time to decide their next pick.
Well, they're going up against Fnatic. They should be taking their time.
Yeah, this is a big game.
This is a big game. Big game.
You don't want to rush here.
That's very true.
You don't want to end up in the best of 1 in lower brackets like at any day. It's like one game determines the outcome of your whole journey and the whole tournament.
Let's see what they have it. Execration. Looking for their 2 cores.
If you know that there's going to be a Timber Summit, what's the best hero to beat him with?
Well, so Timbersaw mid. I wouldn't mind actually spamming off a Queen of Pain. Actually, there's no problem with it. You can actually dish out burst damage. That'll be the hero I should pick up.
I bet. Mirana is still there.
Yeah.
Come on, Radiant team, you gotta pick him right!
You can even go, I wouldn't mind being TA being picked up for games like this though.
Okay, they go for the Jug.
Yeah. Jug works out pretty well, gonna hit really hard, so we actually take down Timbersaw as well as Slaughter real quick.
Oh man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick a hero!
That's the beauty of having a Juggernaut right there. Very, I'll say it's as an all-rounder, he's just a good pick.
Entire team
in any
ban.
kind of matchups.
Let's just see how Fnatic close this up. I mean, I don't know if they would try like a Dazzle. Oh, it's gonna be an Abaddon. This is
Abaddon picked. Interesting.
Abaddon being picked through here by Fnatic.
Oh man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick a hero!
New hero picks from the sides.
5 seconds, Morty. It'll be fine.
Safety here, good tanky here as well. He might just have the Aphotic Shield on Timbersaw since he's the most
Hey Morty,
mobile
guess
here
what time it is?
in
I don't
the
know,
map
Rick,
right
what
now.
is it?
So
It's reserve
aside from
time!
Slaughter, you can actually pair it with those 2.
Someone was going to allow the Slardar and the Timbersaw to go ham. You know, you can allow them to jump in, put the shield on them, so they can afford to make aggressive plays. And we've seen
Radiant
how
team
aggressive
ban!
Fnatic like to play, especially in this current lineup with this new roster, as they played pretty much how they won in game 1. Terrorblade going to be the final ban here, so worried about that pushing potential, and obviously with Slardar and Venge, it's
Rick,
such a
there's only
great
10
combo
seconds
to
left
have
to pick a hero!
when it comes to pushing down towers and just locking down onto an
5
opponent
seconds
and
left now.
ripping them to parts with a few right clicks.
Reserve time!
Execration, final hero, who are Fnatic worried about them getting hands on. And it's, where will they put the Jug? That's the question. Is it going to be mid against the Timber? Or is it going to be safe lane?
I think it's just going to be safe lane for this one. He just needs the wee bit of farm. He's not much into level dependency for right now.
Come on, Radiant team,
Well,
you
so
gotta pick
far
him
we've
right!
seen Abed on Tinker, Timbersaw, Invoker, and Morphling yesterday, of course.
Yeah.
Morphling is the only one that is still in the pool of those heroes that he has played.
That's actually, we've been talking about that hero, but for side of Fnatic, actually with the Oracle
Oh,
picks
man,
up, that
Rick,
could have
there's only
very
10
well been
seconds
what
left to pick a
Execration
hero.
wanted to do with that final pick. So a smart ban
5
from
seconds, Morty.
Fnatic taking
It'll be
Huskar
fine.
out. You do not want to get Huskar in game 3.
But
What do
I
you
meant
know,
it for
it's
Execration.
reserve
Yeah.
time.
So,
Oh.
yeah.
Fnatic. What's the plan here? The hero that's going to round up their draft and make it clear what the plan is going to be. Or indeed it's going to be Ohio still on the Slardar, Mushi on the Timber. What are they going to get here for Raven by the looks of it? We've seen him play the Lysid, we've seen him play the Drow still there, but with the Timber and Abaddon, you're not going to make Slardar. It's going to be minimal
Dire
useful.
team pick.
The aura in that sense, so unlikely.
Execration though. Is it concerned about the kind of hero?
Ooh, a lone druid
Wow.
picked up from Fnatic. So a very interesting lineup coming out from the side here.
Oh, man,
Tough,
Rick, there's
very
only
tough
10
game
seconds
for
left to pick a
Execration. They need
hero.
to Juggernaut as much as you can actually dish out high physical damage, but
5
dishing out
seconds
in
left
between
now.
Lone Druid as a Spirit Bearer, Abaddon, Timber Saw, Slardar, and all that. That
There's
is
so much tank.
It's gonna take a
Reserve
lot. Do they
time.
have a hero that can actually dish out that much damage in in a straight team fight? And of course, knowing this, Fnatic's not gonna be grouping up. They're not gonna be that stupid.
OD coming out this time for Execration. We saw in game 2 from Mushi on Fnatic. Execration.
Why though?
Abed.
OD.
OD. So indeed it's going to be a Juggernaut safe lane for Gabby over on the side. What we're seeing Raven. So it's safe lane Lone Druid.
Highly disagree with this. There's no way OD can actually make it out away from the Lone Druid on this part.
So you
He
feel
needs
this
to
is?
have a really good game.
Do you feel this is like game 1 then? Fnatic just have the
it's
stronger draft.
it's not really game 1, but it's just that probably it's gonna be tough for Execration definitely right here. I don't see like you versus 4 durable heroes. There's a Vengeful Spirit right there. If I was a Vengeful Spirit, I would just sacrifice
Oh,
myself
geez,
to actually
Rick,
die
Rick's
just
in
to
real
reduce the amount of
trouble.
damage
I know,
from
Morty,
outside.
just follow
And
my
there's no
lead.
way they can actually do a clear team wipe on Fnatic.
Game
They
3.
definitely are the team with more pressure on them
Yeah.
compared to Fnatic. It seems like Fnatic has an easier to execute lineup
Yeah, OD.
in this third game. But yeah, game 3.
This is going to be heavy on the Sand King because he's going to be diving in this mass pool of crazy heroes from Fnatic, and hopefully he just comes out alive. It's either that or hopefully his episodic can just land off, dish out damage, and he's just going to get picked off, and that's it.
Execration looks to start this one off with a bang. He's already get the ward down, so if the smoke gets dispelled, he'll see them, but they're actually keeping just outside of him. They may get a good wraparound.
Oh,
If there's someone here,
Does that
they
Fortune's
control the
End?
board, they know he's here. Mushi,
Yeah,
they're
there
going
it
to set
goes.
up onto it.
The game
Mushi,
starts 30
is
seconds.
he yet to skill? Yeah, he's got the timber
I'm
chain, so he
scared.
can
Timber
get
chain.
himself back, but they'll still chase down. I bet he's skilled Astral first to look to try and catch Mushi out, but another
no,
timber
it's
chain.
still late though. They're already close to the tower and bot lane.
Mushi gets himself away.
First
Demon,
blood.
Jimmy!
Oh!
Oh, Jimmy!
Jimmy home!
He knew that they were there. He just decided to stand there.
He was just actually, he didn't have vision of high ground, so he was just sticking around.
But he's seen that they were making a go on
Yeah.
Mushi. I mean, Jimmy.
Who's blowing that
A
stupid horn?
classic Jimmy play to start off game 3.
Classic Jimmy, not the good kind.
Not the good
kind.
I mean, it's,
The good kind of
when it's
classic
classic, you never know if it's good or bad from Jimmy.
Well,
But Execration, they don't find the Mushi kill, but they do find their first blood none to hand.
good start for Execration.
Yeah, the
One
kill actually went to the Oracle as well.
It's the last game. It's the last game for the upper bracket best of 3. So make it count. First blood is actually a huge win for Execration.
And it's so interesting as well. So Mushi is going to be playing the Timber down on the bottom, and they are going to put Raven mid on Lone Druid, getting that matchup between the Lone Druid and the OD. It's going to be interesting how that pans out. They both
Abba.
got support that's backing them up. Yeah, AU with Raven on the Abaddon.
This feels like
Ogre with Abed.
a 2014 lineup.
Yeah.
The
So
OD
it's like-
versus Lone
Yeah, it's
Druid
actually
mid.
Abed and OD.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, are you liking the lanes here, Flava? Do you feel that someone's going to have a stronger time in the laning stage with these matchups?
I think so far it's fine. You can see that they actually laid out Mushi having the safe lane. So rather than having a 3-1-1 on different scale, they just scale out. Timber is just going to have a fine spacing in the bottom lane against the Jug.
I think Sand King is going to have a fun time top, obviously, with the Cosmic Finale.
This is what Chiver was talking about. She was
Yeah.
like, hey, maybe probably they just tweak the lanes a little bit. Uh-oh,
nice.
Timber is in a sticky situation. He's stuck between a few heroes, but then Abba's around.
He's got the backup from the side. AU and Demon coming across. Mushi falling very late, trying to pull Execration forward because Demon.
Mushi has reactive armor. You can actually feel that. Oh no, is that or he actually
Salved up as well, yeah.
himself.
Still up 1.
3 versus 3 on this bottom lane. This is where the action is almost certainly going to be happening.
Yep. I doubt anything is going to happen in mid lane, so the lone druid with OD.
Well, once lone druid is level 5,
Yeah.
we are going to see some entangles, and possibly OD is going to be put in a tough position, but
Top lane.
should be fairly even until then.
Ohio, you hurt?
It's a tough lane for Ohio. All this full street finale spam. He can't really be as aggressive as he was when we saw him play this matchup, but obviously he was on the axe earlier.
Oh, spot him out. Ogre Magi versus with bench.
Just playing with Jimmy.
With DPS, but of course Abaddon's still around. He has the aquatic shield casting up upon him.
DJ's got a haste rune. See if he can actually do anything with this one. It's just going to be a case of forcing Mushi back, and they are creating space for Gabi. 6 for 2 at the moment. Mid lane, the CS Raven versus Abed.
Yeah,
So-
Abed will love to kill that Spirit Bear and get 200 gold himself. That would be amazing for him.
Slight edge at the moment for Abed, but it is other than that relatively close.
And there's also a re-summon available still for the bear as well, so that if the bear is
Close to
threatening to drop, then he can always
summon a new
re-summon
one.
him.
Let's
Yeah.
summon a cute teddy bear.
Nice counter word there for Fnatic. But yeah, the bottom lane, as long as there's no kills happening, I would say that is in Fnatic's favor, as Execration put their core on there, so no kills means maybe no real advantage. The Juggernaut is able to keep up in farm though. He is sitting on 12 last hits, while the Timbersaw is only sitting on 7.
And I think, kind of looking back at the draft, I think Fnatic maybe were prepared for this. You know, this Abaddon pick, meaning that whoever gets gone on this bottom lane, there's going to be a shield for them, and there's a high chance that AU can buy them the time to get out and get away from Execration's aggression. So it's very hard for Execration to get these kills, as you said.
Yeah.
Mushi as well, just being in that safe lane Timber, that is one of the hardest targets to kill. They do have a fair bit of magical damage with the Blade Fury in the with the Abaddon. Not going to be as easy as that to bring down a member of Fnatic. And these other lanes, meanwhile, as it goes on, looking fairly good now. They'll make a move.
Might just do it though. On the Timbersaw, the Blade Fury is still in. And I guess second kill for Team Execration. They might just get another one. Probably yes, probably no. Going on to Ogre Magi. They don't have the Timbersaw. There's no way they can actually go in for the catch right here.
Yeah, they could manage to do that. As we see, they just have enough damage for everything down. A couple of Purifying Flames to Blade Fury will be enough to bring Mushi out.
It's really nice burst. As long as he keeps continuing, it's either that or you just heal up your enemy.
Yeah, they managed to pin some Mushi nicely in between the trees as well, so he couldn't really cut himself out as he was low on mana.
I'm actually pleasantly surprised by how well Ohio is doing still on top lane.
Yeah.
Obviously, Sand King is doing a little bit better, but Ohio is definitely able to keep up.
I'm just curious to see how did he sustain the lanes. Either he just kept his distance or he just keep pressuring the Sand King up on top. It's either that or he has to expend a lot of recovery items just to survive the lane against Sand King.
Yeah, he's out of regen completely at the moment, so he won't have that anymore.
Might look good for him, but he still has to spend. He's not farming much if you think about it. He has to lure all the creeps to the tier 1 tower for him to actually get some creeps of his own. CSY Slaughter, not bad.
I'm 27 for 1 at the moment.
Yeah. Very close
It's going to
Sand
be
King.
very good item timing for Ohio.
So his strategy is more or less like he's got to bear with the damage as long as he's still gonna get all the gold. He needs 125 to actually get a full tango chart.
Fnatic looking a bit stronger now in this bottom lane. Did obviously lose Mushi earlier, but now you can see the Execration a little bit more scared of the Timber now. He started to get a few more levels. It's going to be harder to take down. They are keeping the 3-man down bottom, letting the other matchups remain as these 1v1s. So mid lane, Raven. She managed to force the early back a little bit. It's very, very close, this mid lane. Slight lead for Raven, but only just in that bottom. Trying to move it on to Mushi again. See if they get away with the kill this time. Team is there, flip for the turnaround. The Terra Magic Missile onto Chemo. Chemo trying to run away. Be able to get back for the time being. Heads down into the river. Ignite to slow down Mushi. Gabby chopping away at AU. They've got a Fortune's End flying through as well. Mushi with the body blows trying to keep Gabby away from the Abaddon. He gets the shield out onto himself, but the Blade Fury's there. Purifying Flames. Not enough nuke damage. And Jimmy turns around and they'll punish the Oracle. So this time, as we can see, it's a little harder for Execration to get aggressive, and Fnatic can turn it around and get a kill themselves.
Yeah, Fnatic on the board now with a kill. And that bottom lane is probably not going as well as Execration was hoping for. On the bright side, Juggernaut is still 31 for 4 in terms of last hits. slightly ahead of the Timbersaw 24-1. Although Timbersaw arguably needs a little bit less farm, considering there's a Lone Druid already farming mid in terms of course for Fnatic. And Lone Druid is farming very well.
It's a good lane and a good farm in the middle for both heroes, but indeed the Lone Druid has got to be a bit of a worry for Execration that LD is getting that much at this stage of the game. It's a good start for Raven, and he is going to be good time. It's going to be interesting what he builds. Indeed, if he just get that Midas, he's got the closer haste on top of the phase boots at this stage as well. CS is only going to get easier. Top lane, maybe looking for a bit of a play. Chemo coming across, but Oristrike's going to miss it. A nice crush from Ohio. Keeps Chemo back, and Ohio just comes back in, lays down a second amplifier, so he's got eyes on the Ogre, and they know, of course, that down on the bottom lane, Gabby is not going to have much backup. There's no Ogre around. Gabby smartly just heads into the tree line, hides it, and TP's away from disaster.
Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack!
Execration has made these movements. Ohio doing very similar movement to what we saw last game, in game 1, where he comes around level 7 and just rotates into the mid lane, sets up a crush onto Abed, and now Lone Druid in the bed, gets the entangled down, Abed's out! And Ohio, every game on these heroes, like the Slardar or the Axe, whatever it may be, as soon as he hits 7, he just waltzes around to the mid lane, goes in for the walking gap, and he always gets the positioning and the angle perfect. Top lane, DJ in trouble as Mushi tries to make a move, not quite enough burst to bring down the Oracle, and in fact now Demon and Mushi a little bit low and a little bit close to the tower. Ignite from Chemo, it's going to clip onto the Fortune Send onto Mushi, but Chemo trying to go for the easier kill, focusing down Jimmy. Jimmy's going to look for the Jukes of the tree line, it's going to be able to make it as the Ogre clubs him to pieces. Now, get anything more out of this. Mushi was able to find the kill onto BYB as he came in onto this bottom lane on the Sand King, got taken down immediately. So even though they lose Jimmy, the fact that Mushi finished off the kill onto BYB, I think it pretty much makes it worth it for Fnatic, as it was Execration themselves moving around to react. And in fact, Mushi coming back in onto Chemo, brings him low, can't quite finish him. He's going to try and move forward here. A little bit low on the mana, just enough to catch out DJ though. Mushi making the plays on the safe lane Timber. There's a TP coming through. Mushi, he's got a backup, has no mana. Burrow Strike will catch him, but he's got the backup at Jimmy. AU and himself turning back in onto BYB. Chakram Slow will catch BYB. It's not enough to bring him down, but Fnatic keeping each other alive, making it very hard for Execration to get the job done on this bottom lane.
So they swap up places with Juggernaut having the top lane against the Slaughter.
Jug does have to be careful. I guess he's nearing the level 6 point. Maybe at that stage he can feel he can get a bit more aggressive onto Ahaya, but Ahaya's been playing very, very nicely so far this series, and this game in particular has been holding his own very nicely in the top lane, has made these rotations. And Fnatic certainly feels like at the beginning of this game 3, they are starting to come ahead with a bit of an edge. Only slightly though, but the movement and momentum is certainly there for the Radiant side. Bottom lane, Jimmy looking to set something up here, comes wrapping around. This Invis, comes onto the Ogre or BYB, who do they want to go for? They're going to look for the Sand King, and BJ Magic Missile into the burst of Mushi, not quite enough. BYB escapes from the Burrow Strike, they'll turn towards Chemo. Chemo actually running in at AU on the Abaddon, trying to find the Abaddon kill, but he denies himself with the miscoil. AU takes his own life, epicenter from BYB though to the Burrow Strike. Mushi taken down, Demon caught up by the Fire Blast, they'll chase him as well, and Execration may not have got the kill on the Abaddon.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But they force him to kill himself, and they kill 2 of the rest of the members of Fnatic. Great fight for Execration.
Radiant's bottom
That's a
tower
beautiful
is under
center
attack.
landing up on him. He was hiding behind his Timbersaw, didn't see that coming.
Finding kills like that, especially killing
Radiant's
Mushi.
bottom tower is under
I haven't seen
attack.
Ohio online so far. He's been just stomping his feet on top lane, just bearing up. He fought off with Sand King. He tried to survive as much as he can, and then now he's up against Juggernaut.
There's got to be a bit more careful now, especially with Gabby having the backup at DJ. 2 of them can definitely take down and catch out a Slaughter with a useful bomb snatch. Especially if he's popped the sprint. Oh, no! See, BYB Sand King very close to the Blink Dagger bottom lane. Execration going in again to Mushi. He'll try to chain himself away, but Abed and Chemo moving in. They need TPs, they need backup. Mushi gets the burst damage out. Abed falling low, but they'll take the kill. Mushi down the miscoil. Actually ends up taking the kill in return onto Abed. Now chasing for more. Chemo caught out by the missile. Crush from Ohio. AO getting the double kill. So they may have lost Mushi, but they hit back hard Fnatic. At the same time, Raven looks to take the tier 1 mid.
Under attack.
Game 3 starting to heat up from both sides.
Yeah, with Odie out of the picture, that Lone Druid can take towers very
Radiant's
fast.
top tower is under attack! Radiant's
away
top
from the lane
tower
for
is
that long,
fallen!
and then also dying. Free range for the Lone Druid party in the mid lane.
Yep, to the top lane, there's a Pierce Time coming up for Juggernaut as well as an Oracle. Might just be down in a bit more, and Jug got last hit for this one.
And with that extra money around the map, that is going to be the Link Dagger Tommy for Sankey. In fact, in respect to that as well, Ohio has his done as well. So both of these solo laners, the Blink Dagger ready for the next big play. Already setting himself into position in the
Whoa,
center.
Dyer's bottom tower is under
Radiant's middle
attack.
tower is under attack!
So BYB can find up a setup again. Same time, Fnatic, not too many members kept down on this bottom
Dyer's
lane.
top tower is under attack.
Towards the top, Gabby continuing to farm as fast as he can. Catch up to the progression of that Lone Druid, but Raven holding very comfortably onto that top spot. She, an invite through. But it is getting in position around him.
No, this is not happening!
Away, Mushi. Needs a bit of just get himself out. Astral to buy some time for the rest of the team to come through, but Fnatic will respond with TPs. Mushi caught out the multi gun for Ohio with a two-man crush. Mushi finally goes down. There's up against one more touch now with a false promise. Onto Ahmed, allowing him to go for more fortunes. Then to Ohio. The Astral, they're going to catch Ohio in place. The nuke damage from the Astral almost to the finishing ball. Still alive. The Omni's going to be dropped. Not going to let that man get away. At the same time on the sidelines, the burrow strike onto Jimmy. Execration looking to move in for more. BYB swapped back by Jimmy. They'll find BYB. But Execration taking down more. Demon as well to fall. Gabby with the double kill. AU and Raven just got a left to run away, but they're chasing down an Execration with the Astral from Ahmed. AU's going to drop as well. You want to cancel that TP, and indeed they do.
Oh, Radiant's top tower is
Execration.
under attack!
All they needed was an Invis
Dyer's
rune
middle
out
tower
there.
is
Look
under
at one
attack.
back
One
block
in this
Fnatic.
rune was that it.
Yeah, waiting for some backup. Ogre coming into play. Sure, Fnatic had some people trying to save their cores, but there were just too many people around from Execration, and they were just a little bit faster on their reaction.
Yeah, this is probably with the Lone Druid. It's going to take some time. What he's doing right now, he's not going to engage in any of the team fights. He's just going to take his sweet time to actually farm up his Spirit Bear.
10 for 7 Execration. Turning the Gabby.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack!
Oh, not good.
Going his way, but still, Raven with the Midas on the bear is keeping himself ahead. Gabby's going to find Raven though. No
Radiant's
on the
Epi.
slash, but the
Under
Epi
attack.
could be enough. Jumping in with the Burrow Strike, the Blade Fury as well, and Raven's down. A big pick for Execration,
tower's
shutting
under
down the
attack.
lead farmer at the moment in this game.
If they can continue doing that, there's no way Fnatic is going to close this game out successfully.
Oh, Radiant's
But
bottom
that's,
tower is under attack!
That's the tough,
Dyer's top
the tough
tower
job
is
that
under
Execration
attack.
has.
Way to
Trying
go!
to
Radiant's bottom
continuously
tower is
keep this
completely
amount of
gone!
pressure up because they are applying tons of pressure.
Dyer's top tower is under
Downside
attack.
again, same thing as last game, maybe a little bit less than last game, but they will also still push fairly slow.
Dyer's
They've
top
got
tower is under
obviously with the
attack.
Jug, but they're healing with a little bit more self-sustained. And they do have the Ogre to buff up heroes, get those punches out. So it's certainly a little bit better than the first game. But,
Dyer's
as you
top
said,
tower is
Ralph,
under
so
attack.
Looking at Fnatic, they do have that Lone Druid.
Oh,
There is going to be a
Radiant's
point
bottom tower is
if
under
Fnatic
attack.
have that time to build the bear up. That they are
I wonder
gonna
what they're
have
gonna
the superior
build
pushing
where
power, and
Dyer's
one lost
top
team
tower
fight
used
for
to be.
Execration could be very painful. But Fnatic have to count on getting the game to that
Roshan's fallen to the
stage.
Dire.
At the moment, Execration playing at a tempo that's going to be hard for Fnatic to keep up with, especially if Execration get away with this. They're into the pit. Fnatic nowhere near. They are going to smoke up, but it's all just a little too late as Roshan's down. Abed picking up the Aegis and ready to continue making the plays on OD. Fnatic coming across, they actually want to fight it, but Ohio with the crush. DJ gets a chance to false promise himself, so Fnatic, they're going to spend a lot of time on this in Execration. Therefore, we'll have time to come back in and hit hard. They take it down. Mushi lies towards AU, trying to get away on the Abaddon. He's got to run, but they'll chase him down as the full 5-man. Astral to help finish off the kill, and AU is certainly going to go down as well.
Middle tower is under
As
attack!
Execration get Roche, get the Aegis, take down 2. And again, we're seeing more evidence that Fnatic are struggling with the pressure that they're putting on, and Ohio stuck in the
Radiant's
creep
middle
cap,
tower
down
is
as well.
destroyed.
Another kill for Execration.
Radiant's middle tower is
Fnatic
under
need to
attack!
pull themselves together. They can't allow these sloppy fights to happen.
So much pressure on that Lone Druid to perform
Radiant's middle
and to come
tower is
online
under
as
attack!
fast as
Radiant's
possible.
middle tower
So
just got wrecked!
maybe not even fight, but at least get the
Radiant
attention
just
away from the
fortified their
pushes of
structures.
Execration,
You know
maybe
what I'm
then forcing
talking
them back to defend their towers. Gold and
Needs to get that ready.
Yep, it's gonna take
so
some
good that
time.
right
At this pace, the game could end before he has it.
Bottom tower's under
Mushi,
attack.
and he going on Demon with the defensive swap, being buffed up by the Abaddon, but it's not enough. Demon's down, and now Ohio, Green Man Crush. Where's the follow-up there? There just isn't at this stage of the game, and Ohio may even be in trouble for it. The Burst Strike will be removed by the Aphotic Shield, allowing Ohio to back up. Execration coming in maybe a little bit too deep. The Amplify starting to get laid out. Now Mushi moving in, trying to go for the big kills to find the turnaround. Incredibly low Execration, but Fnatic can't quite finish them. Ohio gets the crush onto Arbed. They have lost an Ogre, but none of the cores falling on Execration. Ohio might try for another crush. Looking forward to moving in. Lone Druid's Bear coming in as well. DJ on the back lines. Nuke onto Ohio to cancel that Blink Dagger cooldown.
are they going back in?
Got the healing ward up. They still are a man down, and it looks like they will play a safe Execration, feeling no need to pressure with just 4 heroes on the board. It's a simple 1-for-1 trade, but with Fnatic being behind, it's a favorable trade for the side.
They forced the Lone Druid back from pushing bottom lane tier 1 tower to the base. That alone slows down the Lone Druid, which is, I mean, it's only 17 minutes into the game, and they're already not to the door for tier 3 towers from Fnatic. Execration is playing this exceptionally well.
Big kill. He has got an Aegis. They're going to have to take him down twice. Astral immediately. Now the TP reactions coming in. Execration looking to back up Arbed. They're going to look to turn it around. Turning towards Jimmy. Jimmy trying to swap himself out of the fight. The false promise on Arbed. Buying in the time. Jimmy's already falling down. Arbed moving in for more. Takes down Mushi as well. They do anything more about this? Can they kill Arbed a second time? They brought him down once, but Arbed, he's just going to kill them a second time. Ayu caught out by the Astral. He's going to go down. So only Ohio getting himself safely out of this fight. They try and smoke up and go on Arbed, but there's a tier 1 in range. The rest of Execration comes flying through. They pop the Aegis, but they can't kill him a second time.
Not looking good for Fnatic. They were expecting to have so much space for the Lone Druid to actually have a comeback from all this, but then him getting caught is going to slow down his pace, getting the items that he needs to actually bring the team to victory on this one.
Execration certainly turning up today. We saw kind of a similar flow from them yesterday. They did win both of the games yesterday, but game 1 was a little bit shaky.
Radiant's
The
top
second game they
tower is
played
under
looked a lot
attack.
stronger. Today, game 1 didn't look great. I mean, Fnatic turned up, absolutely crushed them. Game 2 though, Execration managed to outsmart them. Now in game 3, Execration once again looking to have the stronger performance in a game where Fnatic just need more time. They need this Lone Druid to come online. I need some potential of slowing down this pressure that Execration are applying. And the way that they're playing as a team as well, very impressive Execration. Fnatic are just left at this point to wait in the base.
Yeah, the entirety of Fnatic, apart from Lone Druid, is just sitting and waiting for
So
the push to
close
happen.
to that relic.
So closer.
If they take him down, I mean, the Joke was nearby.
Sand King is on the way.
Yep, Jack is over nearby as well.
If they
But
kill Raven at this stage before he picks up the relic, it could be all but over.
Luckily though, Lone Druid
Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack.
There's so much relying on
Oh,
him to
Radiant's top
get
tower
his
is destroyed.
relic. Radiance.
Oh, jeez, Morty, they're going after Tyre's bottom
Ohio's
tower.
very far out, but he has
Oh,
some
Radiant's
backup
top
available.
tower is under attack.
What's the matter with you? You just
Our
attacked
towers
Tyre's bottom
off
tower.
Fnatic down.
Destroyed.
Unstoppable! Right now, top lane. Let's see how they can slow this down. They're trying their best. See the healing ward out. They've got a lot of self-sustain. Gabby. Just by the crush. Damage in there. The bring down to half health, but the heal's already coming out. The jump in onto Mushi. Mushi bursts immediately.
Why did it
He
happen?
does have
Radiant's top tower is
Can hold on to this top set of Rex. Ohio jumps in. 2-man crush. No buyback in from Mushi. There'll be a TP back from Lone Druid. Bring the barrier as well. The Boris strike catches 2 of them out on the sidelines. There's the buyback now from Mushi. Demon swipes one into the fight. He ends up swapping himself into the middle of it all. He's out. They've lost Jimmy. 30 seconds down, Raven falling low as well. Execration are being forced to back up though. Mushi spams his mid up, but BYB with the episode of the Burst Strike. Mushi! It's a dieback on the Timbersaw. Ohio again with these multi-back crushes, but it just doesn't do anything at this stage. There's no follow-up from Fnatic.
Well.
Execration
Cat
though,
broke
can they
in.
actually finish off this top set of racks.
Is he on drugs?
Very careful about this push.
You don't have Mushi for a long time right now, knowing he doesn't have any buyback, so it's going to be a 5v2 matchup on top lane.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Looks to knock down onto Gabby, but the burst strike onto the bear, holding the bear in place. They may even be able to bring it down. Roars them back. Keep the bear alive for the time being, but only just.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Execration simply forcing Fnatic back.
It's just music.
That's Execration.
I know you are, but what am I?
Execration moving in onto Jimmy. Jimmy forced by the burst strike, not going to catch Jimmy. Catches the bear. Higher trying to come in with a return. Gabby moving forward with the Blade Fury. Chemo being focused by the bear. Hits the root. Chemo gets bursted down from Mushi. That's going to be the first kill for Fnatic on this defense. Can they give themselves anything more? DJ trying for the TP out. Where's the crush? Higher. DJ come back to Fnatic. DJ false promises himself. Tries to buy time, but they're almost certainly going to take down the Oracle as well. DJ will fall here as Fnatic are able to take 2. Already though, the damage has been done. Execration are able to find the full racks before that happens.
Gabby's already back to farming, why not?
No.
Hasn't died yet, 708.
A very, very clean game from Gabby and 15k plus net worth lead. Gabby, 12k, standing a good 3,000 ahead of this lone druid. Raven has really been slowed down this game.
I'll take that
Now,
as
Lone
tribute.
Druid is one of those heroes that even though you lose the lane of Rax, you can definitely still come back from it if you just get your radiance
That
up and
hero
start
can do
fighting
it.
from that.
He's one of those heroes who is able to actually come back from all best. But losing at 2 racks, and then it'll be kind of tough, even for a hero like that.
Yes.
And the Radiance is complete, so we'll see if that is going to be the game changer that Fnatic need.
They just need to win one big fight, and it's all back to even.
11, 22, 20 minutes in.
Big net worth lead as well for Execration, as we just saw.
Roshan in 30 seconds as well. That might be the big thing that Fnatic needs to turn this around.
Fnatic?
They don't have any vision around there though.
Yeah.
Speaking of vision, just in general, Fnatic has got one in the ward in the mid lane.
There's not much. There's nothing on the
That's all
Dire.
they have.
There's nothing on the Dire side.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The Ancients, Radiant Ancients.
Yeah.
You got
Really
the vision
has.
there.
It's a tough game. I mean,
Dire's
look at
top
Fnatic,
tower is
Mushi's
under
just
attack.
not at the game that he needed on this Timbersaw. Struggling to keep up with the net worth of Chemo's Ogre. He's not in the position that Fnatic need that Timbersaw to be. And as we've seen on these defenses, there's very little that he can offer. As at this stage, Execration can kill him very quickly, even though he's a Timbersaw, just because of how far ahead and the fact that Execration supports on the same level of power and farm as Mushi's Timber. And there really is a lot of weight on Raven to carry this game with the lone druid play. It's the question if it's going to be enough, because you look over to Execration's board with Gabby and Arbed in incredibly scary positions at this stage. And Roshan up Execration, see if they check it out. Get ready to give it a go. Fnatic, if they're actually even going to have the chance to contest this, or if it's already going to be gone down by the time they get there.
So far, it doesn't look good for them. I think Execration will take this fast enough. Even though Fnatic doesn't think they want to go for the smoke to see if anything can happen.
Even with the buff, it's taking too long though. Even with these down.
This is the point Fnatic need to have.
Oh boy, Roshan just got taken out by the Radiant!
Locked on onto BYB. BYB actually gets himself out though. Roshan falling low. It's nearly going to go down. They're heading the bear into the pit. Tried to on the cap to take it. Radiant killed it. Fnatic did it. They take Roche. They take the Aegis, but they've lost Ahio. They've lost Jimmy once. He's going to be back with life too. AU's being forced back on the Abaddon. So Fnatic, even though they find Roshan, it may not be enough to win this fight in itself. Raven falling low, shielded up, AU getting in the backup to get out of there. Jimmy's still alive, trying for the TP out, and the pit will get nuked down by the Oracle. They're going to find Raven as well with the Burrow Strike, Blade Fury, the right clicks from Arbed. AU himself may have come too close for comfort. It's a triple kill for DJ as he turns against his old side. 26 for 11, Execration pulling out the team fight. I mean, Fnatic taking away the Roche kill, taking away the Aegis. They are going to be back for a high ground defense, and at least they don't have to worry about Execration having that Aegis, but it is a cost.
Dominating! Axes, please!
Yeah. I don't think Radiant feels that bad, actually, knowing that they actually took down 4 heroes on Fnatic, and doesn't Roshan, it doesn't feel that bad
just
anymore.
fortified their structures!
Just moving in, Jimmy, absolutely removed from the game. Diffusal Blade charges onto a high, trying to catch
Fox is going to be saved,
away from this
please!
bottom lane. 14 seconds and they'll have Lone Druid back in with the Radiant.
Double
Radiant's
kill!
bottom tower is under attack. Seem like it's enough. Ohio looking for the move in, the crush onto 3, but immediately Arbit comes in, drops the hammer, takes him down. Mushi got the Radiant base. He's got the ultimate set up, and they just fight him post-ult. Kill him. Mushi, 1-2 hit, put down incredible. Gets back to the base. Raven needs to get back, but Arbit, the disjointed, he pops the ult to keep himself alive. But still, Execration forcing Fnatic back to the fountain.
Radiant's bot barracks are really taking a licking. I didn't think Radiant's bot barracks would go that way.
Going up for kills is closely impossible.
Radiant's bot barracks are getting torn apart.
And they're just gonna take this rack.
Oh no, Raven comes forward, but Demon with the swap to save him. Demon will save the bear for the time being. Demon pays with his life though. 5 seconds, they'll have everyone up apart from the Venge. We'll have to watch this wrong from heaven.
Holy shit!
Execration now, the finish of the final set of rats. Get the Mega Crit high, jumping over the 3-man crush. Mushi with the shackle as well. They need more follow-up damage. Mushi trying to come to the front lines, hits them hard. Raven's there as well. But Arbet turns around, hits into Raven. Raven, you can't disjoint all of that damage as Arbet finishes him off. Epicenter to come true. 4 dead on Fnatic. GG it's on. And Execration take the series in the upper bracket. They come through the group stages. They meet Fnatic in Fnatic's first performance with this roster at LAN, and they take them down in style. What a series to kick the day off.
Execration to the winners bracket finals, and this Fnatic, I don't think that they were expecting this result after the first game especially.
I don't know. I mean, after Execration got the pace right there, they got game 2 on, game 3 was in the bag, and they must be feeling pretty happy with all this.
Yeah, Execration, good performance, solid, and we talked after the draft that the draft actually looked fairly solid on the side of Fnatic. Who needs a good draft where you can just outplay your opponents the way they did? The laning, though, was I think where especially Execration did very well with their decision.
I think it took a very long time for Lone Druid to actually get online on that, get up and going. By the time he got the ratings, it was a wee bit too late. Everybody was already all buffed up, come from Execration. That's all I can make out of that. It was by the time that he got against the ratings, he does not have any other supporting item to make him more durable or dishing out more damage aside from just a Radiance. It's not going to be helping much, I would say.
The aggressive tri-lane also coming out from Execration.
Yeah, really impressive stuff. And for me as well, it's just the way that Execration play as a team, and the fact that Arbet is again, he was performing at the end of the day. This kid, game 1, you look at the correlation, it's kind of Arbet game 1 couldn't do a lot, but in game 2 and game 3, when he was on these heroes, like as we just saw there in the OD and in game 2 in the Tinker, he just seems to be able to do so much more for the team and for the lineup, and it was Execration all round, and reason to be why a lot of people before this tournament saw them as one of the strongest sides.
Okay, well, we have an interview ready with Airy and Execration, so let's listen to what they have to say.
Check. All right, check. Of course, round of applause, Execration versus Fnatic, ladies and gentlemen. Great match. May we request everyone to remain to their seats? Guys,